There was another beautiful sunrise as we drove out towards the city. As we passed the US Embassy for a second time, the numbers of those hoping to get out of the country had risen significantly.
That's the one they're gonna see. Everybody, if you don't have the fix me, go.
I left the group again to head into the city, this time with another driver and interpreter. UN vehicles were everywhere, heading into some of the more badly affected areas to offer what relief they could. Haiti having been declared by the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon as one of the worst humanitarian cases the UN has ever faced. There was significant traffic on the road, and with it, blatant lawlessness. This lane is for traffic heading east, but a driver not happy with the traffic situation turns around and heads in the other direction in the same lane. Others followed, including a UN vehicle. Another day in the city reveals more devastation. Along the way, several homes are flattened. This was a school, the benches and desks still visible inside. There were classes going on at the time it collapsed, each floor falling upon the other, and from the look of things, it's hard to see how anyone could have come out of this alive. More than 20 students and teachers perished. I came across this large amount of rubble and asked the driver to stop. It was a multi-story apartment complex, reduced to just this. I knew the risk I was taking when I decided to walk through the rubble. I wanted to know more about who lived here, by clues among the twisted metal and broken concrete. What I came across was chilling.
One day we turn our heads, restore your glory.
This may not have been a poor residence. There was a satellite dish on top of it, still left standing. And the broken items I saw in the rubble reflected families more well off than the normal Haitians.
I'm currently standing on top of a car. This is where this house came down. As you can see, back seat of the vehicle. This is a back seat, top of the vehicle, other parts of the vehicle, what is clearly the engine. I can also tell you that there is a very terrible stench here. What is absolutely certain from this stench is that people died here. And the likelihood is, from all the rubble, that they are still buried somewhere inside.
The death toll here was put at over 50. How many remain buried is still anyone's guess, but we're told that many children were among the dead. More chilling scenes across Port-au-Prince. These were not business complexes or government offices. They were homes, where many were in their most relaxed states and died without a chance. When I first saw him, all I could make from his cry was the word "Mama." He's old enough to assess some of the reality. No mother, no father it seems, and out here on the street, his home gone. There was a displacement camp behind him, and he's not the only child that is without a home.
Can you hear the prayer of the children on bended knee in the shadow of an unknown room? Empty eyes with no more tears to cry, turning heavenward toward the light, crying,
This was not Toussaint Louverture's dream for Haiti when he fought for its liberation. But poverty has met tragedy, and today he reigns above a people begging for freedom of a different sort.
For hundreds of thousands of Haitians living in camps like these, life has become extremely, extremely difficult. This is at the side of the road, a camp just set up by persons looking for anywhere to stay. They have no food, they have no water, and they are just surviving each day, hoping that relief would come sometime soon.
I left the city again on a different route, seeing more of the damage, and wondering as I traveled how many children would have died in the earthquake. Yet it was harder to think of those left orphaned, their lives now shadows of what it was before, empty and alone.